Hey, welcome to One Last Hand. It's me, Scott. We're about to play some Comic Hunters. We've played this a couple of times on the channel. I think we've done one on the Patreon channel as well. And I'm getting into it. I enjoy it. I haven't won yet. We haven't beaten Jarvis. We came close last time. We've got our little score pad here. It's us versus the AI, Jarvis, who is apparently the world's best comic book collector. I suppose AI would probably thrive in collecting comics rather than my lack of knowledge. But we've got a few things to do before we get started. I'll do my best to talk you through how Comic Book Hunters works. First thing we need to do is start a convention deck. We're going to take 6 of these cards. I'm actually just going to lay these out like this so we can sort of shuffle as we go. Then we're going to take 10 of the level 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to take 10 of the level 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I'm going to tuck these out of the way over here so they don't get in the way as we're going. And then I'm going to shuffle these. These form our convention deck. We're just going to put these out of the way. Every time we go to the convention, which you can see is here, here, and here on the steps, we're going to use this deck as opposed to those 3 decks I've just put out of the way. These are kind of the special comics that are at the convention that we can pick up. Let's talk a little bit about the game. First things we need to do is we needed to remove 2 heroes. I've done that. I've removed Black Panther and Spider-Man from this game. So we need to decide which comics are the most sought after. So we're going to put these in our hands and then we're going to randomly draw out the highest level one, so Black Widow, the next 2, which are Thor and Captain America, and then the next 3, I don't know why I'm doing it randomly, the next 3 are the only 3, Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Iron Man. Doctor Strange, for some reason, has to be in every single game. I don't know why that is, but just so you're aware, he's going to always appear. Right, next up, we need to figure out which of these 5 tokens we're using as our highlights. We have the Versus, we have the New Look, we have the First Appearance, we have the First Edition, and we have the Special Edition. So exactly the same again. We're going to choose these at random. So let's just delve in here. I'm looking away. Okay, we have the Versus. We have the First Look. And we have the First Appearance. Okay, so there we go. There are 3, they're called highlights. And as you can see, this track tracks how far you've got with the highlights. I'm just going to move these out of the way. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the game. We're going to be going to different locations to pick up cards. There's different drafting mechanisms for each location. We're going to be working our way through those. Every time Jarvis picks up a comic, it's going to go straight into his collection. For us, we have to buy those comics at the end, at the assemble collection stage. We have to buy them using the currency from the cards. I'll talk about that when we get to it. And then we can put them in our collection. We have to have 2 cards in our collection. Jarvis doesn't have to worry about that. And equally, if we want to score on our varied collection, we have to have 3 cards in the collection. Let's just talk about the scoring mechanism. So we have up here the hero track and the number of comics in a collection. So you can see 3 to 4, we would get 6 points if we have 3 to 4 comics for Black Widow, 12 points if we have 5 to 7, 24 points if we have 8 to 11, 48 if we have 12. Sorry about that. And then you can see the ones below that worth slightly less, the one below that slightly less again. So that's kind of order of how thrived after these comics are. Then we have the varied collection. You can see down here, if we have 3 comics in a collection, we have 5. If we have 4 comics in a collection, we have 10, etc., etc. That's the number of comics for a certain hero. So if we had 3 Hulk comics, we'd get 5 points. If we had 3 collections with 3 heroes in, so 1 for Hulk, 1 for Iron Man, 1 for Captain America, we'd get 5 points. If we had 4, we'd get 10 points. Jarvis is very good at scoring these. Next up, we have the highlights. We spoke about these. So each time we turn over a card, you'll see there are some icons on these cards. These icons show the hero. So that are in the comics. So this one could be Thor or Iron Man. It shows the highlight. So this one's a Versus. So if we put this in our collection, we'd move up on the Versus track, and the cost of the comic. Also has the original art and the edition and the name of the comic all pretty nice. Okay, we'll shuffle those in a second. Last thing on this track is this one here, which is our currency. At the moment, we both start at 15. There's a round where we'll be spending that, and that will reduce. Just to talk about points, whoever's highest on each one of these 3 tracks will get 15 points. Whoever's second gets 8 points. But we'll talk about scoring as we go because it involves maths, and I usually have to get a calculator out. So let's start with us going to the store. Now, the way this works is each deck has a number on it. You can see this is deck number 1, deck number 2, and we have deck number 3 over here. These are kind of comics from the 2000s upwards. The Series 2 comics are sort of from, or the Tier 2 comics are from about the 80s to the 2000s, and the 3s are from the 60s onwards. Ultimately, this is the price of a comic. We'll talk about that when we get to assembling our collection. The first thing we do is go to the store. You can see here, this is how this works. For a single player game, we're going to dish out 3 cards. And from here, we're going to take 2, and Jarvis is going to get the other one. So we could pick up this, which has the Black Widow, so it's the highest ranked hero. Sounds pretty promising to us. We can also pick this up because it's got the first new look or new gear thing, which if we get in a collection would give us some points. We could also take this one, which is an Iron Man or Captain America. And then you've got Doctor Strange, which is the lowest base one, and the highlight doesn't match. So I think from our point of view, we'll pick these 2 up. These go into our hand, they don't go into our collection. But we are going to give Jarvis the Doctor Strange one. We'll put this over here. And this just simply means that he's started his collection, so he already has 1 comic towards his collection. It doesn't have a highlight, so we don't have to worry about him getting any points on the highlight track for that. We do this twice, so we're going to go back. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, interesting. This time we've got 3 Black Widow comics. And what we're looking at, we've got 2 here with verses on. We've got 1 here with a number 1 on, so that doesn't meet any of our requirements. So it makes sense for us to take these 2 because they've got the verses highlight. We can put those here, and Jarvis will take this one, and immediately that goes in Jarvis's collection. This is a number 1. We don't have a number 1 on the list. Don't have to worry about highlights for Jarvis on that one as well. Perfect. Okay, next we go to the flea market. The way this works is we put out a column of, I promise I did shuffle these, a column of 3 cards. So you can see here 2 Iron Men and 2 Captain Americas and 1 Iron Man. Now the way this is work, we're using the Tier 2 cards. You can see that because of the Tier 2 icon here. And the way this works is we're going to start on turning over cards. The top row can have a maximum of 2 cards in, 3 cards, 4 cards. We're going to place them where we want to place them. Jarvis is going to place the cards when it's his turn based on the order tracker over here. So if I turned over the next card, which is an Iron Man, the question for me is, am I going to be picking up Iron Man comics? We could. They're down here. They're level 3 in the track. They're going to be worth fewer points. So we could potentially put this up here because ultimately if we fill this full of Iron Man, Jarvis will be picking this up. Jarvis will always pick up the most amount of cards, but we always get the first choice. So let's turn over the next one. The next one is Thor. Jarvis is going to look at the track. Thor is level 2. It's going to put Thor in the second space. We'll turn over the next one. The next one is Iron Man. Ooh, it's a tough one. These do have new looks, so they would be pretty useful. I'm actually going to put this down here. I now regret not putting this one down there. Oh, the next one is Hulk. And Hulk is going to go in the 3rd track, so Hulk goes down here. The next one is Doctor Strange. I think this is worth a 1 and a versus, so he is going to get some points on these, but I think we put that there. We turn over the next one. The next one is Captain America. So that's the whole thing. Now I get to pick up what I want. I think I might go... We've got 1 Captain America and Iron Man already, but that can be either. So I think I'm going to go this bottom row, which is going to give us 3 new gear and then a special edition that doesn't match. This row is going to give just the new gear. So that's what Jarvis is going to take. So we're going to take these and we're going to put these in our collection. Jarvis takes all 3 of these and we'll put them down as we go. So Captain America, another Doctor Strange, and Thor. Let's just go through the points so you can see one fresh gear. We're going to give the white tokens over here, so that goes there. Then we've got a number 1, nothing to worry about there. We've got a number 1 and a versus here, so we can put this one up here, and that's it. But you can see now he's got 2 comics for Doctor Strange in his collection. These 2 go into the convention deck, and that's where we head next. So we're going to pick these up and give these a shuffle. And then we're going to start by making a 5x5 grid. I'll do my best to make sure this is in shot. Oh, we've got a Spider-Man comic, but because Doctor Strange is in here, it stays in the deck. Obviously, there are no other Spider-Man comics unless he's in a collection. In a shared edition, really. So we're doing a 5x5 grid. However, we do not fill in the center of this grid. So you can see there's our grid. It's a bit wonky, and then we put 1 in the middle. And the way this works is we're going to be able to move 1 comic into a location. So let's say we move this up here. It's not a great example. Let's say we move this up here. We could then say Iron Man, and we'll be able to pick up all of the Iron Man comics. So in this instance, 2. And then we'll do the same thing, but we get to discard the comics. Really, the goal for us is to get the comics we want in our collection and give Jarvis less to pick up. So there's a lot of Captain America along the top. So we could have a think about doing it in a slightly different way. Whereas how can we pick up the most Captain America comics? What else have we got? We've got 1 Black Widow. We've got 3 Black Widows. Would be nice to get some more. How many are there? 1, 2, 3. So we're 4. We're not going to be able to... Oh, hold on. There's a couple here. Interesting. So we can do something pretty useful, I think. This is a first, so this does show. This is a versus, so this shows, and this is another first. I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to say Black Widow, and I'm going to pick all 3 of these up and put them in my hand. Next. I didn't think that through very well, actually. As it turns out, I should have moved this one, because then I could have made sure that we were picking up lots of Captain Americas. Doctor Strange are ones we don't necessarily want him to have, but he's got a starting collection of each of these, so it's not going to make much difference. Okay, what if we went... Let's have a think about this. Do we want these other Black Widow comics? Don't know if we do. The Captain Americas would be quite nice. Let's have a look. There's 3 down here. So this one has a first, which we are playing with. This one has a number 1, which we're not. This one has a versus that we are. And this is Iron Man or Captain America. We want them to be Captain America because they're worth more. Do I want him to have all of these Black Widow comics? Possibly not. However, these 2 don't have any highlights that we need to worry about too much. So this is us discarding. What if we discarded... I'm tempted to discard Captain America's. We get to move something. But there's no way, because I didn't move something down from here, there's no way of me putting another Captain America in there and getting rid of it. That was on me as being an idiot. Okay, what if we... What if we moved this over here and we said Captain America and we get rid of these 3? This is still not ideal. I've still messed it up because I still can't put anything in this row. Oh, you moron. How did I mess that up so badly? Don't feel myself in glory here. I could move these down and pick up more Black Widow comics. I don't know if that helps me. If anything, I'd take that one because it's got a better thing for us. I could... Yeah, if I'd have moved anything else other than this one, I'd have been able to put Iron Man down here. What a tool. Okay. I've royally messed this up. Okay, I think the best I can do is move this down here and take these 2 Black Widows and then move... Hold on. what I might do is move this over here and take these 2 Black Widows, because this has got the right thing on, and then we'll move Iron Man down here and we'll get rid of these 3 Iron Men ones, put you over here. Now Jarvis is going to get everything that's left, which is pretty painful for us. So another Doctor Strange, this one with a Versus, so he's going to get that one. What else have we got? A Captain America, which has a number 1 on, so we don't need to worry about that, but he has got 2 in his collection. Another Black Widow, which again has a number 1 on, and then a Hulk, which we'll put down here for now. We'll put over here, and Hulk has a first on, so he's on the mark on all of those. Then he's got another Hulk, which has a Versus on, and then he has a Captain America, which has a diamond on, which we don't need to worry about it. However, 3 comics here, 3 comics here. He's already got 2 for the Varied Comics collection. That was our convention. We're now down to assembling our collection, which is where we have to do some maths. I'm just going to shuffle the convention deck over here. We're going to add to this as we go. Let's tuck this back up here, and now let's lay out our cards as best we can. We picked up a lot of Daredevils. I'm not sorry, Black Widows. I don't know if I've been calling Black Widow Daredevil this whole time because I saw it at the top of the comic books. I don't remember picking up a Hulk, but apparently I did. Did I do that? There's another one of these. There's another one of these. There's another one of these, and then there's a Captain America. So the way this works is each one of these comics, you can see here the ones with the red border is 3. These are 1. The greens are 1. The blues are 2. So we need to pay to pick these comics up. And we do that with the other comics we're not going to be picking up. So ultimately, Iron Man is worth less to us. However, Iron Man has 2 of the outfits on, whereas Captain America doesn't. So even though Captain America is worth more, we might want to just pick up the Iron Man ones. Let's have a think. Hulk probably doesn't come into it for us. He's worth 2 points. Let's put Captain America over here as well. However, we have got Iron Man over there. So that's 4 points. We could pick up 4 of these cards. This one has 2 tokens on, but only 1 of them are worth it. We could take these 2 for this, which would give us 2 of the Verses. We could take this 2 for this, which would give us 1 of the outfits. What else have we got that's really useful to us? These 2, although they're nice to have in the collection, we don't really need them because they're first. Oh no, first we do want. We don't. They all have something. This one doesn't, right? So this one doesn't fit into our highlights. So we could get rid of this. I'm just going to tuck this here for something that costs 3. Now, what do we want that costs 3? Don't know if it matters too much. We could take 1 that's worth 2 and then 1 of these 2s. That might be a way to go. Okay, let's assume that we're trying to spread our cost evenly across these. Let's take this one, which gives us a first. So that is costing for that. This one has 2 on, but it doesn't really help us. What if we were to get rid of a Versus up here? So I'm just trying to make this easy for my terrible math skills. So that's 3 points. What if we were to pick up 1 Iron Man and another Black Widow for 3? So that's a blue and a green equals 3. That leaves us these. Now I can keep cards in my hand. How many Black Widows would this give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which automatically puts us on that 12-point track. Obviously we'd like more, but I'm tempted to take these for this one, and that's what I'm going to do. So we're spending this 3 for this 3, this 3 for this 3, this 2 for this 2, this 2 for this 2, and this 3 for this 2. So all of these ones that we're spending money on are going to go into the convention deck. And then everything else is going to go into my collection. And then we're going to score points for it. So let's figure out how we do that. We've got a Black Widow comic. This one has a new look on. So we are here level with them. The next one is an Iron Man comic and has a new look or new gear. So we can put us over here with that one. Also has a diamond. We don't meet that requirement. Then we've got this one, which is a first. So we can move us here on the first track. Then we have another Black Widow, which is a new gear, so we can move on that track. We have a Black Widow or an Iron Man. Let's put it in the Black Widows for now. We can move these around and that's a versus, so that scores us 1 point. We have another Black Widow, which is another versus, which scores us another point. Then we have a Captain America / Iron Man, which is a versus, so that scores us 1 more point. So we can go here. And then we have one more Iron Man, which is a new gear, so that scores us 1 point. So that puts us here. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I'm just going to move their collection along a little bit, but we'll have to put our collection down here. I apologise for the glare on these. It's a bit of a pain. But that's us done. We can go to the store. Let's go to the store, shall we? So the way the store works is slightly different. You can see the store. Oh, we've already done the store. So I think I played this wrong. I don't think I did this last time. Maybe I did. 1, 2, 3. So the same way as the store worked last time, we've gone to the store again. This time we're picking up some cards. We've got Black Panther, who's been excluded from this one, but we've got 2 Captain Americas, might be the way, but then we're going to give him another Doctor Strange, which will get him up to 4. But only one of these has the icons we're looking for. I think we're going to take these 2, and we'll give you Doctor Strange, which is a number 1. We don't need to worry about it. These 2 go in my hand. Okay, we'll do the same thing again. 1, 2, and 3. This time's another Doctor Strange. And 2 Thors, which we hadn't thought about collecting. Ha. I guess we take these 2, right? And we're going to give him another Doctor Strange. This seems a bit silly. He's now up to 5, but only 2 of these have scored points in the highlight track. Obviously, he's now with the Doctor Strange at 5 comics, which gives him 8 points. So he's being able to tick his scoring along. Next, we go to the auction site. So this is tier 3 cards. The way this works is we do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we can lay these out. So you can see a nice mix of Captain Americas and Thors and Iron Men. And then we do 1, 2, 3. I think that's the right numbers. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure they're the numbers, but yeah, so you can see here 4 and 3. Now, the way this works is this is where our currency comes into play. We've both got 15. Any you've got left over at the end of the game is points to you, but this top row is going to cost us 5 points. This bottom row is going to cost us 1 point, and Jarvis will buy the one that's left. So if we let Jarvis buy this top one, he's got a pretty nice collection of comics, but I don't know if I'm that worried about it. If he buys this bottom one, he's got Doctor Strange again, so he's adding to his already extensive collection. The top one, however, does give us a lot of currency to play with. We've just picked up some 4 comics, so getting the top one, I think we might go top, because all of these will fit into a collection that we're starting, I think. So we spend 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Jarvis is going to spend 1 to pick up another Captain America, which has a versus on. So he's pulled back ahead on that one. A Doctor Strange, which has a diamond on, so we don't need to worry about that. And another Hulk, which has a number 1 and a first, so he pulls ahead on this first track as well. These are all the level 3 cards. These go back over here. We're off to the auction site. That's where we've just been. We're off to the convention again. So we can take our convention deck. Let's give it a little shuffle. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, some Black Widows coming out. We quite like that. There's 5 of those. Some Doctor Strange coming out. We do not like that. I'm going to do better this time. I feel it. Oh, this shuffle could have been a tad better. Okay, so that's all of those, and then that goes in the middle there. Okay, let's put our convention deck back over. What have we got? So we have 2 Black Widows over here. No more Black Widows. We have 2 Doctor Strange over here and 1 here. We have an Iron Man and another Iron Man and another Iron Man. I struggle with this. My poor little brain can't cope with it. We obviously want to get rid of the Doctor Strange ones, right? I'm just seeing if there's a way that we can get rid of the majority of comics. Oh, Spider-Man is in here. He shouldn't be in here. Let's get rid of you, and let's turn over the next one. If he was in here before, I don't quite know how, but we'll do that. Right, okay. Okay, so there's another Captain America. I'm not sure that's helped much. What are we going to do? We could move the Iron Man out and put it in here, which gives us 3 Iron Men in a row. We can then move a Captain America over to here and get rid of Captain America or pick them up. Okay, I think that makes sense. Let's bring you over here and then we'll just for a second, let's bring that back. What if we were to bring Thor up? There's only one Thor here and one in this corner. I guess we could pick up Doctor Strange and use them as currency, but I'm not sure that feels like the greatest move. I mean, these Iron Men all score us points, so it is probably the right thing to do. He's got a lot of Captain Americas as well, though. So leaving them for him to pick up. We're leaving either Captain America or Doctor Strange, I think. Or Black Widow, which we don't really want to leave him. Right, let's bring you down, and let's bring you down to... That's not the way. That is not the way. Oh, here, right? And then I can pick these 3 up. And that one's got 2, but not the ones we're worried about. I'm picking these 3 up. Okay. So they go into my collection over here. I don't know if I'm going to move you up here. Am I going to move you up here? I feel like I need to so I can get rid of some of these Doctor Strange comics. But then I'm still only picking up 1. I'm not sure I've done any better this time round as to the last time. The only thing I can think is to move Doctor Strange down here and be able to get rid of all 3 of these Doctor Strange, but I'm leaving him with so many. It's kind of a bit of a terrible layout for us. Okay, I'm bringing you up here, I think, and I'm going to say Thor in the next go. So this time round, let's get rid of... I mean, these 2 Doctor Strange, although they give him things, they don't give him the... And given the icons we're too worried about. Okay, this is probably the wrong move. I'm going to get rid of the Black Widows. Then I'm going to move this Thor comic up here and pick up Thor's for me. Don't know how I feel about that, but that's what we've done. Okay, then... we get to move something and get rid of something. So I could get rid of I can move Doctor Strange down here and get rid of Doctor Strange, right? They're all going to come out next time. I think that's possible. I think I got that right. If I got it wrong, I do apologise. If I move too much stuff, I think I was okay. Right, so he gets a Captain America, which gives him another first. He gets another Captain America, which gives him another new look. He gets a Iron Man, which is the first in his collection, which gets him a new look or new gear. And then he gets a Thor, which is a second for his collection, and he gets a Versus. Right, it's my turn to assemble. Oh, did I not give him this? Captain America. Another new look. 1, 2, 3. How many has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I must have already given it to him, right? Because there's no others. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see any others. So I think I already gave it to him. I just didn't put it in his collection. Okay, now we're on to mine. So what have we got? We've got a lot of Thor comics this time round. Some Iron Man comics, some Captain America comics. Wasn't anticipating collecting quite so many Thor comics, but now we're here. Let's figure out what the heck we're going to do. So our Iron Man collection isn't too bad. If we can get 2 more, we'll be into the 12 bracket. They're all quite expensive, mind you, apart from this one. So let's put you over here. let's assume we weren't picking you up, right? So that's 2. So I can then add a 1 to this. We may as well start a Thor collection, right? We don't want you because you're not in the thing. We do want you. So let's say we were picking up you 2. Right. Then let's put you here as a cell for now, and let's assume we were picking up you. No, you're not in our collection. So let's put you here and pick up this one. Right, so 2 versus 2. Okay. These are all firsts. We've got, that'd give us 1, 2 Thor comics. We would really like another one. So let's assume we were putting you here and picking you up. So that would give us 1, 2, 3. I'd really like the 2 Iron Men. So let's assume we were buying you for these 2 maybe. That would give us 5 Iron Men. And that leaves us 1 Captain America. We're quite a way behind on the first track, so we pick you up for you. And that leaves us 1 Thor. Let's just work this through. 1, so it's 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 6 and 6, 1 and 1, and we can keep hold of this Thor comic for the next time. So let's put all of these in the convention decks. And let's put these over here. So we have our first Captain America comic, which I can't do anything with, so let's put it in my hand over here for now. We'll hold on to it. We got a couple of Iron Men, so we go here and we got a first, and we go here and we got a versus. We got another Thor comic, our first one, another Thor, which is our first one, so that goes down here. We got another Thor comic, which is again a first, so that goes here. We got a Captain America or Iron Man, we'll put it in Iron Man versus, so that goes up here and we're level on points again. And then we got another Thor comic, which goes down here. This is another versus, that puts us in front. Okay, not horrendous. These are our hands, so I'll tuck these over here. We'll give these a shuffle. We're left one behind. Let's give these a shuffle. And next up is the flea market, which we've done before. We grab our level 2 cards and we go 1, 2, and 3. And then we get to put down what we want over here. So we're going to take the next one, which is Doctor Strange. I don't really want him getting another Doctor Strange comic. So I'm tempted to put it down here because we could pick this one up and scupper him on both of those, but maybe we'll put it up here and just see what next comes out. An Iron Man. He's going to look at this list. Iron Man goes at the bottom here, so job done. Next up is Hulk. Where the heck are we going to put Hulk? We don't really want Hulk. He's not really... He's got a collection of Hulk. I don't mind if he has another one, so let's put that there. Next up we have another Hulk. He's going to look at the list, so that goes on the bottom. We've got a Thor comic. We get to choose where that goes. It feels like here would be useful for us. And the last one is Hulk. It has to go in the middle. So where I said I don't mind if he has Hulk comics, his Hulk collection is going to be better than mine for sure. He gets a Black Widow, which is 1 diamond. We're not collecting those. He gets a new look, so that goes up 1. And he gets another new look, so that goes up 1. Okay, these 2 into the convention deck. So that is that. The auction site, which is level 3 cards, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1, 2, and 3. Okay. This one's a little tough one. So we've got a Thor and an Iron Man that we could use, and 2 that we could use for things, but that's going to leave him 8 points clear of us on just the middle track, which is quite a lot. I don't see how we win this one. I think with that being the case, that means I'm going to pick these 3 up for 1, and he is going to pick these 4 up, which is a lot, for 5. So he's back to the same points as us. This is even more Doctor Strange. This is possibly the wrong move. He gets a versus. He's level on the versus. He gets a first. He's level on the first. He gets an Iron Man. He moves ahead on the first. He gets another Doctor Strange or Hulk. We'll put it in Doctor Strange for now. He gets another first. Okay. So that was that. We're going to the convention, everybody. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot of Black Widows coming out. Okay. Oh, I need one more. Hold on. There we go. In the middle you go. Okay. Okay. So look, I think really simply to begin with, I'm going to move this up here and I'm going to say Black Widow and I'm going to take these 3. I think me getting higher on this points tracker is possibly the only way we get anywhere close. And even then, I don't think we're going to get enough. Let's just put these back out here. We might need some more Iron Man comics, right? I think what we can do is we can... possibly get rid of some Captain Americas. If I move you down here and say Captain America, we get rid of all 3 of these, right? Perfect. Okay. So I can get rid of 3 Doctor Strange comics. What's the most I could pick up? Iron Man would be good. The most I can pick up of Iron Man is 2. Thor's would be quite nice if we got 2 Thor comics. That'd get us over the line. Have we got any? We've got 1 here already. We've got 2 here. So maybe that's not too bad. I could pick up the 3 Doctor Strange to use as currency. But then I'm going to give him a load of stuff. Okay, let's bring this down here and the most I can pick up is 3 Doctor Strange or 2 of anything else, right? There's no way I can get anything else here, so I think I have to go with these Doctor Strange. Yeah, I think we have to. So let's put you over here. Hold on, there's one down here, which is... that's fine. We'll take these. Didn't see this one down here. Thought this was in my collection. So what can we do that would hinder him the most? Not a lot, really. He's got 3 Thors. He's got 2 Iron Men. So possibly taking the Thors from him will be the best move here, I think. Which means I don't have to move anything. Let's take these Thor comics from him and put these back in here, and he's going to get everything else. So he's going to get an Iron Man, which moves him up on the gear track. Oh, wrong one. Moves him up on the gear track. He's going to get another Iron Man or Hulk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll probably put it in Iron Man because getting a 6 isn't going to make any difference. Is he going to put it in Thor's? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably not. That's going to give him, in fact, he'd likely put it up here. That's going to give him a number 1. We don't have any of those, but he does get another Hulk, which is going to bump him up on this track. He gets a Doctor Strange, which has no highlight on. He gets a Black Widow, which has no highlight on, and he gets a Captain America, gets no highlight on. So we've done relatively well, at least limiting some of those, but I'm not sure we're in a great place. Let's have a little look. This is a Thor one, this is a Hulk one, this is a Thor, this is a Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, I'll put this at the top here, Black Widows, we'll put these at the top. They're all really expensive is the problem. And then some Doctor Strange. Okay. Let's have a think about what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3 collections with 3 comics in. If we get to 4, we get an extra 5 points. So it feels like picking up these Doctor Strange comics, even though I wasn't going to, might be quite important. That's going to be 5 points. I can put a Hulk at the cost of that. How many have I got for Iron Man? 1, 2, 3. I'd like 2 more. Let's take the 2 cheapest. Oh no, these ones are worth things. So if I was to put you there, that would get us to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another 2 would get us up the track of Iron Man, which is not worth that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would get us into the 24 points. So if we needed to buy all 9 of these, we could spend 1 of you. We could spend 1 of you, because I don't really need Captain America's. I could spend 1 of you, maybe, right? So let's assume we were buying all 3 of those. So that would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would move us to the 24 track. So Captain America's, I've been saying I don't need Captain America's, but Thor is in the same category. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need both of these. So let's put these up here. This one would be better for us because it's got a mark that we're actually doing. So if I was to put this here and then take you and you maybe, and put you over here, that gives us the cost for all of those. Then we need another 6 points, which I don't know where the heck I'm getting from. 2, 4, 6. Okay, and that leaves us with these 3. None of them of any use. So could we swap 5 points for something else? Possibly. That gives us to 5 comics. That would give us another Iron Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 Iron Man comics, which I can't see how we'd get. Okay, let's try this again. So if I put Iron Man here and Doctor Strange here, we would be getting... we'd be getting that one for that. Okay, let's place that out of the way. If I was to get rid of buy these 3, but we want to keep this Iron Man out. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then we need to sell these 2. So that costs for that. This here does not cost for this here. It's the problem we've then got. And we need the 2 Thor comics. But we do have these 2. No, we've spent those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's any way I can see here that we're going to get to where we need to be. Right, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need all 3 of those to get 24 points instead of 12. Thor, we need both Thor comics to get to 10 points instead of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Iron Man comic on its own is not going to get us where we need to be, but if we had 2 of them, we get 16 points instead of 8. So are we better buying Iron Man than we are Thor? I think we probably are. So let's assume we were buying these. So this covers this. No more Iron Man or anything up there. There is a Thor comic up here. I'm back to where I started. This sucks, right? So let's assume we definitely want these 3 because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to get us 24 points instead of 12. Right, so to pay for those, we're going to spend 3 of you, 3 of you, and 3 of you. Okay, that's those ones sorted. Then we're into needing Iron Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which will get us 16 points versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will get us 10 points. So I think we can bump you up here and bump you up here. That means we're buying those 2 Iron Man comics. We've almost ignored this, which might be at our detriment, but it's fine. That leaves us with these. So if I was to buy any of these, it would be this one we can't do anything with, but this would give us an extra Thor comic, which won't help us in any way, but it does have a point that we would score. Okay, I think this is what we're doing. Let's put these in the convention deck. Hopefully this is all okay, but we'll figure it out. So we've got another Black Widow, which is a versus, so that moves us up 1. We've got a Black Widow, which is a number 1. We don't have any. I'm just going to move my collection this way. We don't have any number 1s. We've got another Black Widow, which is a first, so that bumps us up there. We have another 4, which is a first as well, so that puts us here. And then we have 2 Iron Men. So we've got one here, which is a diamond, which counts for nothing. And one here, which is this, which counts for one of these. So all in all, this is a massive waste of time. It all ends even. Right, let's see how bad my maths is then. So Jarvis, us. Okay, so Jarvis's collection size. So the easiest way I've found to do this, I'm just going to move my cards out of the way. The easiest way I've found to do this is to count his comics and put the hero track where we want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Hulk, he's got 7 comics, that's 8 points. Iron Man, 1, 2, 3. Don't think he's going to swap that around. He's got another 4 points. Black Widow, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 points. Captain America, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 20 points. Thor, he's got 3. So that's 5 points. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Doctor Strange. So that is another 16 points. So what's that? 16 plus 8 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. Plus 20 is 48. Plus 5 is 45. Hold on. 52. So 16 plus 8 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. Plus 20 is 48. 52. 58, I think. I'll check these at the end just in case my maths is horrendously off, but I think that's 58. Next up, he has collection variety. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which gives him another 20 points. And then he's got his secret stash, which is 9. We've both got 9, so I'm going to ignore it. We don't need to worry about it. And then we're on to highlights, and unfortunately with the highlights, he's got, he wins the top one. I win the second one. Sorry, other way around. I win the top one. He wins the second one, and we're both tied. So all of these are pointless. We'll add them up as the scores to give a total score, but for now, just to make my maths a bit easier. So he has 78 points. There is no way I'm getting 78 points from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Black Widow. So we get 24 points. Okay. 1, 2, 3 Iron Man. We get 4 points. And hold on, they were his, right? Oh, that was all his. Hold on a second. I was going to say I didn't think I had that. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Thor. We get 5 points. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this. We get for who were we counting out? Iron Man. So we get 16 points. So 24, 34, 40, right? Is that right? 24, 34, 40 points. We have been absolutely thumped. And then we've got a collection of 3 comics. That's another 5 points. So 45 plays 78. We've been absolutely destroyed. I'll be back after I've just totaled this up just to ensure that I've got that right. And then we'll have a little wrap up. But I think my maths is more or less correct there. Either way, what I do know is we have not won. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've done some adding up. It's difficult for me, just to point out my terrible maths. So look, we've got the scores here. Let's have a little look. I haven't totaled these up actually. Let's do this now. So for my score, it's not close. Let's be honest. My score was 45 plus 5 plus 9 plus 15. Oops. Plus 15 plus 8 plus 8 equals 90 points. Let's just check that. 45 plus 5 plus 9 plus 15 plus 8 plus 8. 90 points for Jarvis. 59 plus 20. He's almost already there. Plus 9. I think he might be there. He's got 88. He's 2 points away and he's only got to this stage. Plus 8. Plus 15. Plus 8. 119. He absolutely spanked us. 119 to 90 points. It's not ideal. I really like this. I'm never going to beat Jarvis. I think it's clear to see. but I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit of a pain that it's so difficult to get hold of, but if you enjoyed this, leave me a like, check out the Patreon, check out YouTube, hit the subscribe button. All of those things really help. Follow us on Twitter and Insta and all of those things. We've got profiles on all of those. I update on what games I've been playing on those. I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much. If we got anything wrong, I do apologise. Point it out to us and we'll correct it in the comments and that. So if people are looking at this as how do I play solo, they can pick it up. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon.